And here we go. Question, question one. There's a 95% chance that you'll see me playing in World Games. I'm going to hit this rehab really hard. I love a good challenge. Plenty of other good athletes have played with that at MCL. So yeah, 95%. Give that 5% error a window. All right, that's question one. This squad is a lot different than the team that won 4 years ago. Completely different people coming together. A lot higher ceiling, but a lot more challenge to get to that ceiling. A lot harder to get to that ceiling. That's question two. Yeah, the fact that we're all coming together from different systems is really challenging. So what we've done is basically tried to make a simple, easier system. Basically giving each other space to cut into, relying on the athletes and the throwers we have to make the right decisions, make the right cuts. Nothing too complicated. We only have 3 or 4 practices together, so that's the idea. Rely on good throwers and good athletes. Question 4, I'm going to say Dylan Freechild, Kurt Gibson, maybe Jimmy Mickle. I could see him playing well. Oh, and Trent Dillon. I like that kid. It's super cool that so much energy and money and time is going into growing the ultimate scene. I expect this World Games to be better than the last, maybe not play-wise, but definitely as far as all the rest of the things is concerned. I think we're finally catching up to some of the other sports as far as the quality of content we can put out, and that's awesome. Looking forward to seeing the U.S. teams play against all the other against the world, because it'll be interesting to see if we can come together in the limited amount of time we have. The thing that impressed me most is the knowledge that all the Asian teams had of the U.S. pro teams and the sport in general. They knew more about Ultimate than I did, and their passion for the top players and the top teams is a lot higher than the U.S. Fans. So they idolize top players and top teams, and I think that's really cool to have. It's kind of the way in the U.S. people look up to the stars of basketball or football. They do the same for the athletes at least when we were there, which is really cool. Glad to see that some of the top players and top teams are finally getting the recognition, and I don't know if glory is the right word, but yeah, that's cool. I like it. Absolutely will be challenged by Asian teams, I think. They play a different style of Ultimate. They play with a smaller squad or smaller stature, which results in them being quicker, throwing different throws, running a different offense than we're used to playing against. They're very hard to defend. So it's definitely a big challenge for the U.S. teams. Those big guys trying to cover those little quick guys is something that challenges me, and something I really enjoy playing against because it's so different and so hard. Yeah, I love a challenge. So the transition's been great. The owner of the Roughnecks is super passionate about growing the sport, really putting his time and money where his mouth is. And we have a swimming pool here. What more do you need but hot weather and a swimming pool? So yeah, go Dallas Roughnecks. I don't live with Cassidy. This is question 9. I don't live with Cassidy anymore. I live with Jimmy Mickle and Dylan Freechild now. It's awesome to have people who are equally passionate about the sport. If one of us is having a hard time or a hard day, the other two will usually pick them up and get them going by ridiculing them. So it's always good as far as training goes, as far as ultimate goes. We're always pushing each other, and that's something that is super helpful if you want to get better in something, if you want to get better at a sport, definitely. Yeah, I guess I do see myself as a spokesperson or an ambassador. I don't know if it adds that much responsibility. I think sometimes I will not say things that I want to. I'll hold back a little and try to be a kinder, nicer, better person. But at the same time, I don't want to lose what makes me me and who I am. So I've been trying to stay true to myself, which I think is sometimes hard when you're put in the spotlight and you have so many people telling you should act a certain way or behave a certain way. But I'm going to grow the sport how I think's best, and sometimes that might sting a little bit, hurt some people, but it's all in fun. Usually, I'm just trying to have fun and trying to push the sport in a unique, different way. I definitely have a personality that might rub people the wrong way, but so be it. That's the way life goes. Recognition is critical. I think anybody who actually comes out and watches us do a clinic, myself and Jimmy and Dylan, and sees how much fun the kids have and how much good is done during that brief time with them, just watching them turn from being so apprehensive towards something new, and then by the end just falling in love with playing ultimate, playing frisbee. It's something special that I've never really seen in other sports. I guess it's probably because most kids understand the other sports, so this is a new experience that they get to live with us for the first time, and watching them adapt and change and become better, not only as ultimate players, but as humans who work together with other humans. And you can just see them grow mentally, physically. It's awesome. And if you want help, you can go to earlyrecognition.org. Send us an email. Tell us you want to do a clinic. We've got a lot of funds now to send out these clinics. All the funds that we raise go to doing these clinics. So it's really cool to see an organization that takes its money and puts it right back into helping youth development. Not only from recognizing the cancer early, but just teaching ultimate. So the two are a good combination.